team going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bruins offense comes onto the field first today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback.
There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw in that blitz, they had no shot of blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Bruins! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's caught. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to... that when they get to the sideline.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Now the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature.
Touchdown, UCLA! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama. just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This Husker running attack will hit you from all angles. You never know who's going to get it next.
Nah, it's kind of like playing that hat game on the stadium jumbotron. Like, where's the ball underneath which hat that's going to move around? Always a lot of deception with this Cornhusker offense.
Got a first down. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete to the left. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Huskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Just steamrolling the defense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills at practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. He's got an open man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks. Going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You've got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Here's a heat. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, Dave.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box.
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to...
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
This one's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. And he rifled it. Pass, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. It's Callaway. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Just keep slinging it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the throw.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. The play action fake. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snags it. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Now they'll run the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He'll take the deep shot. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Reels it in down the left side. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog.
Intercepted deep in his own end.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through another broken tackle. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He'll heave it deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They open in this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll leave it with him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Got a man in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And that pass was knocked down, but I think this flag is going to negate a good defensive play. The defense was in the neutral zone.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker!
His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waited for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get hats to the ball quickly.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Past the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nebraska! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house, that pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute.
He unleashes a long one. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. This time he's got it. And they'll knock him down. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock.
Breaks into the open. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way in. Red zone, they'll mark it at the 19. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4. Be 1st and goal. The Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Bringing the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop.